has a thriving auto racing community. But Oahu, the main island, lost its only track back in 2006. I've been to racetracks on the neighbor islands, but it's too costly to ship your car there, leaving many locals in Honolulu with no legal way to test their cars. Today, we get a chance to ride on one of the most infamous streets, hopefully without getting a ticket. Ethan, my man. Awesome. Thanks for bringing the car, man.
No problem.
How you doing?
Doing all right.
Good to see you, man. But before we take a spin, we need to pay homage to Ethan's creation. Here it is in his own words.
My name's Ethan, and this is my sweet ride. This is my Nissan 350Z. Let me show you what I've done to it. We'll start with the most obvious mod of my car, the big wing. This wing has 6 different adjustments. I keep it on the most mild setting just because since my trunk is carbon fiber, it tends to break if it's on the most intense setting. There's some parts on this car that draw the wrong attention. For this rear diffuser, it does not look street legal because it's not. A few of my accent details with my green stripe are my green housings in my headlights. These rims are 19 by 10 wide, wrapped in Toyo tires. And the backs are 19 by 13 inch wide. My 350Z is equipped with a Nitrous Express nitrous kit. It's a 100 shot, and as soon as I hit the button, it's a whole new world. I have 450 to the wheels before the nitrous. After, I don't know. I've done a 0 to 60 with the air suspension. I've probably gotten around 4 seconds, 4.1 flat. Of course, I'm not gonna tell you where I did that. I got this car 2 years ago. It didn't have a style or any kind of power whatsoever, and this is what I've done to it.
Now, I'm used to driving 330 miles per hour in a Nitro funny car that needs a spoiler for downforce. Is this just for looks, or does this actually work?
Oh no, it's a full functioning spoiler, but I don't need it as intensely modified to where, you know, not going 300.
It's just for the chicks.
Yeah,
right?
Pretty much.
Okay, all right. All right, well, let's talk about the elephant in the room, and that is I need to go for a ride.
Let's do it.
All right. Each year, over 300 speeding tickets are given out on this 7-mile road with over 50 turns. No houses to complain, close to the city, and no streetlights is why it makes it so popular with this crowd. And Ethan knows it like the back of his hand. I see the guardrails, and people used to go off here a lot.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Like this is where people just pick up speed and just keep going.
What a view.
Yeah, this is like the part where it's like, okay, the first winner, whoever makes it down the mountain first, gets to treat themselves to the view before the second place loser comes in.
With over 50 inches of rain a year, this slippery road winds its way up 2,000 feet on the back of the Ko'olau mountain range.
Like all these low-hanging trees, you'd be surprised, like you just see cars whack it all the time.
Once a popular wagon trail in the late 1800s, its dozens of twists and turns and scenic vistas makes this a magnet for bikers, hikers, and of course, racers like Ethan.
This is where all the tourists hang out, so everyone likes to fly by and, you know, get their little 4 seconds of fame.
Right here?
Yeah, because yeah, this is the big view. This is all we do for fun because there's nothing really much here to do, but for a car enthusiast anyway, there's no track, so.
With no legal place to get his racing yayas out, Ethan has received his fair share of speeding tickets.
Again? Yeah, another ticket.
So what do? Do you just zip tie a plate on the front, go down and get it written off, or what do you got to do?
Just drive it as is. Like literally, the way you see it today is the way I drive it.
I know, but you got to get a fix-it ticket, right? Do you have a plate on the front?
Nope.
Or how do you? Oh, like if he wrote you up for not having a plate on the front, you just pay the fine?
Yeah, pretty much. As my girlfriend would call it, it's an expensive permit to drive the car.
Gosh, I'd say so. What do you say? It's like a race car on the street?
Yeah, that's actually what the officer told me. Like he completely acknowledges, like, so what's a race car doing on the freeway? I was like, I'm gonna go see Ron Capps. It's like, well.
He's like, who? My tip of the day: if you want to talk your way out of a speeding ticket, don't mention a race car driver's name. System 1, Ethan 0. You can't have this kind of car not have nitrous, right?
Yeah.
So with 5-speed, 6-speed?
6-speed.
Speedometer goes to 160 like it should. Very cool. With all these crazy modifications, I had to ask, how to get it street legal?
You have a thing called reconstruction permit for vehicles, and pretty much much anything you do to the car, you need one, or it doesn't pass what we call here a safety check, like a safety regulations thing, that if your car doesn't meet a certain standard, it's unsafe to drive on the road.
So do you actually have to go down and somebody writes a ticket?
They actually
They get certified
they take
to write
pictures.
'em?
Yeah.
It goes into a file?
Yeah,
So
a
you have a
big
big file.
Yeah.
You probably got a huge file. Little did we know, Ethan's file was about to get a whole lot bigger. Yeah. Car sounds awesome.
Thanks.
Wait, was that a cop?
Is he chasing us?
Is it really? I feel like I'm in a Fast and Furious movie. That's the meanest Johnny Law looking car.
No, that's my buddy David.
Is it really?
Except the car's
Look at that. Turns out the long arm of the law was a friend, not a foe, which made getting pulled over a whole lot more fun. I couldn't wait to get a closer look at David's ride, a tribute to the cop cars of Japan. Wow. Oh. Scared me for a minute.
I thought I got you, huh?
Well, yeah, he did tell me you were a close acquaintance. Man, check this out.
What's up?
How are you?
David, nice
David,
to meet you.
right? Yeah. So, obviously, there's an infatuation with Japanese cop car.
Love Japanese cop cars. My theme, my livery. I get a lot of head turns here, and tourists come by and they trip out.
Once again, we can see how Hawaii's Asian population influenced the creativity and passion that goes into these cars. What is the Japanese writing on the side here?
Okay, so what we have here is 3 characters, and what they represent is Kei, Shi, and Cho. Or in Japan, it's Tokyo Metropolitan Police.
Oh, you are awesome.
I'll take you for a ride and get you some Spam musubis.
Ooh,
actually,
I've heard about
I got a friend right here with some Spam musubis. We'll get our race on.
Introduced in 1937, Spam gained popularity around the globe during World War II, but no state
Spam?
consumes as much Spam annually as Hawaii does. In fact, they even have a festival every year to celebrate their love affair with all things Spam.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
You have a great trip.
That was awesome. What a fun day. My belly full and my spirit soaring. We called it a day and put Tantalus and the police in our rear view mirror.